Hey, MacDowin here. Today we are taking a look at Snake Eyes with Stealth Cycle. This is part of the Snake Eyes movie toy line, the Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins movie. I was able to grab this from a store called Fred Meyer's up here in the Northwest yesterday, and it was selling for $24.99. It wasn't on a shelf, and I didn't see it at Target, Walmart, or any other stores that I looked at. It was only at Fred Meyer's, and it was in a really cool looking display that was just sitting out in the middle of the aisle. I saw them only at 2 different stores, and I stopped in about 5 different ones, so it wasn't at all of them. So anyway, if you're in that area, keep an eye out, or just keep watching. Maybe they will hit other stores like Target or Walmart soon. Anyway, I'm really excited to get this open. This will be my first handling of one of these new 6-inch action figures. I guess they're called the Core line. They're the non-collector 6-inch action figures, and I'm really interested ever since I've seen them to get my hands on one of these 6-inch figures to see how they compare with the classified series. Anyway, no more talk. Here's the vehicle. It is out. It's in the open. There's a little button you can push. Here is Snake Eyes in the bottom left corner. It shows what the thing can do and talks about it here, and the logo in the top left corner. We'll flip this thing around here real quick, and you can take a peek at the back of the box. Not much excitement going on here. Same things, the logo, the overall picture posed, the action features in a larger image, and Ninja Spin Attack. Yep, there you go, Snake Eyes Stealth Cycle. And on the bottom, there are, just legal stuff. There is actually something I noticed down here, and it says right there, includes figure, vehicle, and 4 accessories. And you might not notice the accessories right off, but we'll get into where the accessories are coming up next. Stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and please subscribe so you'll be notified of future videos. So I barely have this out of the box, and I've already looked at it just a little bit, and I can tell you right off the bat, I think this is a really fun set. I like the figure, I like the bike, so let's get into looking at stuff. I guess we'll take a look at the figure first. He comes with a sword and sheath that peg on to the back. As expected, it's not going to be super high quality. This was $24.99, but the figures themselves are $9.99, so it's in that $9.99 range. So, they're bendy, but then again, truthfully, so are the classified weaponry. They're a little bit bendy as well. It's got a, stand up there, Snake Eyes, a black sword. See if I can get that close. Yeah, well, it comes with a black sword. There is no paint apps, no silver blade, no nothing. It's just plain, and that's fine, because there's a lot of classified figures that have come with just a single color, like Beachhead with green weaponry, and some of the others have come with just flat colored stuff. So I don't think this is such a big problem. If we take a look here at the figure, we'll do some articulation so you can kind of get an idea of what the figure has. It can rotate its head all the way around. You can look up and down a little bit. His arms will rotate around, lift up all the way. He's got a rotation and a hinge at the elbow, nothing at the wrist. He does have a rotation at the waist, but it's built in such a way that he's got a ninja spring action, I think it is, a spring action. He's got ball joints at the hip area, so his legs can go up. They can go kind of back a little ways and go up to the side. Actually really pretty good. Not nearly as good as the classified figure, but pretty good. He's got a single joint, it's a ball joint at the knee, so he can rotate the leg, or rotate the knee, and bend the knee. There's knee guards here, so you can't hyperextend and go the wrong way. There is nothing at the ankle. Nothing at the ankle, like no ball joint, no hinge, nothing at the thigh, and there's no chest cut right there. That's the figure. And you know what? He's actually really pretty posable. I think this is actually a really good figure for what it is. you can get him into some really good basic poses. I'll get into a commentary later. Maybe I'll do it in a different video. I think this figure is pretty nice. You can rotate it around. I'll just knock the bike over. You can peg his sword on here, on his back. Works quite well. Slide the sword out and slide it in his hand, and guess what? He holds it. And then you can do ninja chopping action. Like, yeah. I mean, Snake Eyes doesn't say anything, right? Quiet, Snake Eyes. I think this is a pretty fun figure. I'm a little disappointed that we're getting a fun figure in the 6-inch form. You know, I think something like this would have been great in the 3 3/4 or 4-inch scale. I think this would have been a great figure for that size, and it would have... Okay, here's a critique about the figure. I know there's a ninja action here at the waist, but if they would have put a ball joint here, then I would say this holds up and stands up to any previous small G.I. Joe figure that we have ever gotten. All they need to do is just add a ball joint. I'm guessing that all of these figures, the entire core wave, or the entire inexpensive wave, we'll call it, is made up of some sort of a ninja action at the waist, and that's why we're getting the waist that's this way. Anyway, okay. Set him off to the side. Let's take a peek here at the cycle. And that's a pretty cool looking cycle. It's got some color. It's got some character to it. The wheels are free motion. It's got a kickstand right there. You could probably get it to stand. Maybe not. I guess you won't get it to stand without it. So... you get to prop up this way. It's got a little buzzsaw back here. We'll flip it around and got a buzzsaw back here. The cool thing is it's got ninja action. So whether you think this is actually cool or not, well, you know, that's a personal opinion. Oh, by the way, there is holes on the heel of the figure. So yeah, peg stands, or what he's intended to do, and that is stand right here on this little peg on the bike. And let me pull my camera out here just a little bit, because, you know, we got to do this proper. We've got to do this proper. You got to be able to see this well, right? This is fun. It really is. It's fun. All right, so we get him here, get him in some sort of a pose like this, and then... oh! Mine's not working. Oh, there he goes. Oh, there he goes. He's... interesting. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But he, he swings around. Look at that. So, you've seen the movies where the ninjas do some really weird and crazy stuff. You can recreate that on this bike. Yeah, anyway, I could do this all day. That's kind of fun. Get his sword in a special pose. Get his arm in like a pose. I don't know. Do some sort of a weird little posing there, and... and there he goes. There he goes. Anyway, that's a feature that you're just gonna probably... certain people will probably just put the bike there and just do this over. I don't know, maybe you might go like this. I don't know. It's gonna hit your hand to do this, but I don't know. Hey, it brought me some joy right there. Okay, we'll bring the camera back here a little bit more. And, all right, we shall compose ourselves. The handles go in, they come out. You know, this would have been a really cool feature for the Baroness bike instead of having the handlebars detach and reattach. That's how they were in the box. You had like attach the handlebars. This tuck in and out is really pretty cool. Sorry. These come out here. So I guess as you're going down the road, these things can chop, do some ninja karate. I don't know Oriental arts. I apologize. I'm sure someone will correct me. But anyway, you could chop things as you're going down. And I'm curious. I can't wait to see the movie to see how, if this type of bike really truly plays into it. You know, these kind of make me think of like a bit of a hover thing, you know. I would fly this sucker away if I was a kid playing with this. This would be like, not ninja blades, but this would make me think of a hover. Actually, that'd been really cool if they would have split the wheel and put them up sideways. Then it would have been like a hover bike. Now, supposedly, this disconnects somehow. Let's put the kickstand back down. This is really not a super sturdy. I mean, I don't know what to call sturdy. I mean, it feels just, you know, plastic. This feels like an old Joe vehicle in its sturdiness. This is probably actually pretty sturdy. When I started to say not sturdy, I just meant it's light. It's airy. It doesn't feel like there's no weight to it is what I'm getting at. Oh, look at that. It comes right out. Okay. So supposedly, according to the package over here, you can treat this like a weapon. So let's take his sword out. Let's tuck his sword back in. And I guess, yeah, he holds it like that. I don't really know. It's like another weapon. Let me find the box here. So let's see if I can bring this box in again and show you here. So right here, see, it shows him holding on to these things. So I guess, yeah, if you want, you can take them off and they're like little buzzsaw swordy weapons. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, I guess. So we'll flip this around. So they pop off. That one seemed to pop off pretty easy. Guess, oh yeah, they slide out that way. Kickstand over there. And then we'll put this in the hand. There we go. And fear the buzzsaw snake eyes. I'm sorry, this guy's so out there. This is great. I like this. I actually really like this little set here. I think this is a fun set. It comes with some fun, cool weapons, there's playability with this figure. Dude, this is awesome. I think the Snake Eyes figure itself looks really pretty good. Let's get these out of his hand. And let's see how well he fits and sits on the bike. Because, you know, as fun as everything else has been, he's actually supposed to ride the bike. Maybe. If I can get him on the bike here. Alright, so in my weird method, we're going to do this. There. Right hand is on. Left hand commencing. Positioning. There we go. Left hand on. Now, no side saddle, Snake Eyes. So, I wonder if he just kind of sits like that. That kind of looks uncomfortable. If this is back on... Let's see. How do I get this back on? That just hooks on here somehow, right? Came off pretty easy. Snap! There we go. If that was on, where would his legs be? Like there, maybe? His head doesn't really go up, I would say, far enough for him to... Yeah, I guess so. And then you can adjust these for wide or narrow. Wide probably is the best way to go. So, I don't know, I think he fits on here well enough for what you're going to want him to be on here for. Yeah. Yeah. I think this works just pretty good. I mean, this is a great... I gotta be careful with the words I use on here on this channel, because after all, we are for adult action figure collectors, 13 ages and above, right? But I think just about anyone 13 and above would enjoy this action figure and vehicle. I certainly am. I think this is actually really cool. I think this... I think it's going to be pretty sad for anyone who doesn't think this can be cool. I think this can be a fun, dare I say, play toy. I think any adult can play with a toy if they so choose and so want to. Because, you know, we can. Everyone can do it, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I like this. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up with a quick comparison in height. How does this compare with a classified figure? And I'll probably do a separate video, so if you see a separate video, it's going to be the same information. You don't necessarily have to click on it. just because not everyone's going to want to watch a review of this set. They'll probably want to know what's the difference between this figure and a classified. So I have brought in our guest star, Mr. Snake Eyes, from the classified series. And we'll put him about right there. And I'm going to lower my camera because it's not exactly at the right angle to show a height comparison. So let's try about there. It's not going to be exact. In fact, my camera makes it look like he's a really shrimpy short guy. It really is not too bad. Let me see if I can get it at a better angle. I think that's about the right angle. He is about a finger shorter. He really is about a finger shorter. So he is shorter compared to the classified figures. He is shorter. That's not going to be in dispute. He is shorter. Actually, that's pretty close right there. So for those who are hoping to maybe kit bash or customize maybe some classified figures from these core figures, like, say, the Night Creeper, a lot of us have been anxiously awaiting that Night Creeper. You know, the head size might be similar enough. You might be able to move the Night Creeper head onto a classified body like Red Ninja or a Snake Eyes and do a repaint. I don't know. So let's flip around, or let's flip down first. It looks like these core figures have a larger peg than the classified. So the classified is not going to fit up here. It just won't. The peg is too small. What about for the backpack? Well, I have a feeling that they have, well, I shouldn't say backpack, but the peg. Let's see. Well, you know what? Those might be interchangeable. I actually didn't even think about getting a backpack or something. No, I don't have anything. So I'll probably do a comparison of the backpack in the comparison video. But this worked pretty well. Stay you. This hooked on pretty well. I would say, if anything, the hole is larger. And so this feels a little bit looser. It goes on and off pretty easy. So I would say the guess is going to be something similar to the classified backpacks might be a little bit too big for these figures. So if you really wanted one of these, you might have to trim that peg down just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I have not tried to remove the head. Well, I mean, I did briefly try to remove the head, but it's really stiff. I don't know. I don't want to break this figure. It's the only one of these I have right now. I've got to take some pictures and do some other things with it. So I'm not quite ready to try to pop this head off yet. But I will soon. I'll probably get an extra one of the core figures maybe and pop his head off. Anyway, this is a really cool figure. This is a cool little bike set. I really like it. I think you will too if you give it an honest, truthfully an honest chance. If you let we're all adults, so if you let that kid come out in you and you really look at this, I think you're going to discover these are not horrible figures. Like I said, the only thing I think it needs is a ball joint right here, and you practically have like a 6-inch style feeling O-ring figure. So, I would be very anxious to see them make more of these. I know some people are not going to like this, but I'd be anxious to see them make more of these types of figures in the future beyond the movies, but with a ball joint right here, and I think a lot of people would be really pretty satisfied. I know that these classified figures have some nice detail, but you know what? I'm sorry, they're loose, and I really don't like overall this chest cut thing. I like this figure a fair amount. I like this. I really do. All right, I better quit because I will just say I like this too many more times. And no, I'm not just saying I like it because it's G.I. Joe and because it's Hasbro. There are things I don't like about what they do or how they've done things. And there are some things that I don't like about some of the G.I. Joe figures. So knock it off. I'm enjoying this figure. I do truthfully like it. Anyway, that's it. That's what I got for you today, or at the moment. I'm going to see if I can't film up the Storm Shadow figure and release it during the same day. It may come out tomorrow because I've got the Storm Shadow version as well. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please like it, and if you found it useful, share it around to everywhere you can think of. It really helps the channel, and if this is your first time here, I would really appreciate and grateful if you want to subscribe to be notified of future videos when they come out. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.